Good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay? And just give a thumbs up in the chat. Comment in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, yes, awesome. Sounds good. Thanks for coming tonight. I can't believe it's April. We have April and May meeting left, and that's it for the school year. So I don't know where the school year went, but I know the ABC countdown and really 14. Yeah. Getting revved up for that. And I was going to personally request 2 more weeks of school because I think that they should stay until June, but that's just me.
What do you think, Betty? 2 more weeks of school?
I'm not ready. No. No, I don't think so. We'll get started with opening prayer and devotion and then the principal's report as well.
Evening, everybody. Tonight's, tell me if they can hear me okay.
Should right when you talk.
Okay. Tonight's devotion is around Holy Week. Okay. It's words of anger, words of truth. And those who passed by derided him. So also the chief priest with the scribes and elders mocked him, saying, he saved others, he cannot save himself. He is a king of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God deliver him now, if he desires him. For he said, I am the Son of God. Matthew 27, verse 39. It takes something special, something horrible, to make fun of a dying man. Jesus had done no harm to any of them and wasn't likely to do any in the future. A man nailed up on the cross is surely the most harmless of men. It would have made far angry words to be going the opposite direction. But that's not Jesus' way, with them or with us. He came to us out of love to rescue us. It was love that took him to the cross. And the priest put it, he saved others, he cannot save himself. They were right. He could not save himself because by his own choice, he was making his lifeblood the ransom for our lives. And they were right too. When they said, he trusts in God, let God deliver him now. God did deliver him 3 days later when he raised him from the dead. And when Jesus rose, he raised us too. All of us who trust in him, who will receive everlasting life from his hand on the day he returns. And we pray, dear Savior, thank you for saving us at the cost of your own life. Amen. Go ahead and go into, okay, sure. Since we didn't meet last month, I'm just going to go over quickly some of the things that have taken place since then. There's a lot more than this, but this is just some of the highlights. We had K through 4th grades attending the production of Moana at the Quincy Community Theater. The fifth through 6th grades attended a Civil War presentation at the Quincy Museum. We had our 7th through 8th graders assisted at Indian Hills with the St. John's Open Hands Food Pantry. And then following that, they actually went to Lampe High Rise and helped out there as well. They did such a good job, and it's a great way for them to give back to the community. We did receive notification that Linda Henning, our Title I instructor, will be retiring after this academic year. We are sad to see her go, but hope that she can enjoy her retirement year, and we will be doing something for her at the end of the academic year. So we are beginning the process of identifying an instructor for Title I for the next year, working with QPS on that. I know this seems like it's been a while ago, but we are just so pleased at the outstanding Lutheran Ed Week we had. Pastries with parents, I was floored with the number of people we had at that event. It was absolutely outstanding. And new this year, we also had our first responders. We invited them to lunch, and we had a great turnout for that. We had about 9 responders from Quincy Police Department, the Sheriff's Office. We had 911 dispatch that were there and stayed all 3 lunch periods with the students. So it was a great opportunity for the kiddos to interact with them. And each day we had a devotion that was led by a pastor or vicar. But I have to tell you, the highlight of the week was the faculty, staff versus student volleyball match. If you did not see that on Facebook, check it out, because my watch even went off that the decibels were too loud, that everybody was enjoying it way too much. So I'm sure that's going to be on the agenda for next year. So we appreciate everything everybody is doing. The year is wrapping up way too quickly. So just ask for a lot of patience and grace with all of us, because we're trying to wrap things up and make sure we get everything in. And we are looking forward to the best week of the year with Easter coming up. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter weekend. And we are off Friday and Monday. So thank you. Yes. Woohoo.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Some of the items on our agenda today, the first event fundraiser is the Dogwood Parade. So that is May 6th, and we will be putting together a sign up genius for that, or a sign up of just to see who all is interested in participating. You have that? Okay. Renee has that. So Renee's gonna send that out. And the other thing we're looking for are candy donations. So if anybody is able to donate some candy, that would be great. We'll also probably send out an email as well to parents to see if they can sign up and also donate a bag of candy. The past couple years, Dogwood always seems to sneak up on us. I think we have like the hype of spring fling and then spring break and then Easter, and then we're like, oh, Dogwood. So we are, let's see, it's May 6th. So what, about 4 weeks out? We always say we're going to order something to hand out in a large quantity. And we never do, but I wanted to throw that out there. Do we want to look at something, or do we just want to do candy? Is there, candy or giveaway, or what are everybody's thoughts on that? You think we could get something in 4 weeks?
I was thinking of some places too. Say St. James.
Oh yeah, like a rubber bracelet. Yeah. Soar like an eagle. That's a good idea.
I wonder, like, even like a magnet or something like that, they can have either. I don't know how much something like that costs, but.
So it's put us on from there, so you don't-
Oh,
Do we have the
For a while, I
circle
thought we
lines? I don't know.
Yeah, like- So it goes on in your car, too.
You could put it on your car, you could put it on your refrigerator.
We bought those on a big trip, though.
We probably have quite a few of those still left that we could use up, because I think those have been around forever.
That's a good idea.
So like people magnet.
Yeah, I know there's some of them. Yeah.
You're looking for it to get rid of them, that could be a good thing, thought, and then
Mhm.
if you're gonna order something, like you might wanna do like a cross or a smiley face, like Jesus what you have safety.
Mhm.
Like in the corner, that way they can. Like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Take a photo of phone number.
Yeah.
Kind of what I was thinking, put those
Yeah.
phone numbers for the, is there if they take it home to throw it on their refrigerator, and it's like.
Yeah, it's a good. We have a couple, oh, pencils. Pencils are cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's a good idea.
Just don't, well, they won't be sharpened. Someone said may not be a good idea to throw. Maybe as long as we don't, with the blunt end, we can gently toss.
Wasn't you're not technically not supposed to throw
Anything anyway,
anymore
right?
anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I think so.
Yes. Oh yeah. They said there's a rule from the Dogwood Committee about no throwing. So
Yeah.
I think rubber bracelets and pencils, maybe we can get some pricing and see. Or
Do you have
anything.
an idea on budget? I'm just curious.
Did we budget anything That's a good question. Do we budget anything for dogwood?
I don't know if we did this past year or not, but we have in the past. I want to say it was pretty cheap though, like $50 because we always had,
okay.
we always
Cups
had
are
the.
definitely.
Three,
But
we
I'm
did,
not 100% sure. Might maybe 100.
we
but I
did
think-
three
because we
350.
each-
Oh.
Oh.
350.
Let's say there's.
Cups
Well, I'm a little off.
Cups are
Okay.
back in, yeah, depending on
Back on.
I was just
quantity.
thinking, maybe there was a time we went down on that.
Color
because we
changing
already
one.
Had like a sign or something to put on
Uh,
the.
I was gonna say, maybe the board can, of those 3 rubber pencils or cups, we'll price them out. And then see what we can get the most quantity for, and pick one of those.
Like the little balls, like.
Like a stress ball, or like a
Well,
bouncy,
Those are even like the bouncy balls. that I was thinking of.
Trying to think of the things that have stuck out in the past, and I have seen the bracelets many times. The magnets, those tend to go over well, but a lot of times they have like a schedule on them, you know?
Mhm. What is the theme this year?
Unique,
It is different.
yeah,
It is. So we are registered Gem-boree, like the Gem City. Gem. Gem-boree. And it is. Let's see. It starts at 9, I think. I think we have to be there by 7:30. At least, at least the bus has to be there at 7:30.
Stu.
Thank you.
What do you think?
No, we're just walking it, right? There's no float or anything.
We usually do the St. James Church and School bus.
Oh, okay.
It's like a 15 passenger or so bus, and then people walk. But if you get tired, that way we can keep all the candy on there.
Oh, perfect.
Most of us walk, and then if you get tired, you can hop on.
I was saying, I wasn't volunteering, I was looking for something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a little less decorating because it already has the logo on it. But I know I would love someday to, if we, plan enough an event to do a big, all the fun stuff.
We're always always working.
Hey,
Yeah.
Take it, until they first work it.
Yeah, there
Oh
you
yes,
go.
Kristen. Yeah, we did pay $40. Thanks, Kristen. She's like, we did pay $40, so we have about 310 left in the dogwood budget.
Okay.
That sounds good. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah. Okay, so to recap, Renee will send out the sign up genius just with the candy donation request as well. And then we can look on for imprint and figure out what we can get the most of for the least amount of money. We'll go from there.
And just a reminder, Friday night prior is the block party.
Yes.
We are having that.
Friday night prior is the block party. And that starts, is it 6? Okay. It's usually pretty fun,
Yeah.
pretty busy. Block party at 6. And this year, no hot dogs left in the oven. Multiple events.
Tuesday, 3 years in a row.
Somebody remember, whoever's here at the block party. At cleanup, remember to check the oven.
Sure that's not good on
Low roasted.
Yeah.
That was all on me.
It was off. It's just.
But it was.
They were
not
there.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Next is Teacher Appreciation Week. That is May 8th through 12th. So last year we came up with a theme to celebrate our teachers and kind of sent out a flyer and did a sign up. I think last year was like an Italian, can we do like an Italian theme? And we with it.
Yeah. We just need to-
Yeah, cover your ears, teachers. We did.
like?
Just tell us what sounds good. We did Italian theme, and then did we do the thing where we have a little bit more time to plan, where each day they bring
We did.
that last
We did.
year.
Yeah.
something? Okay.
We did.
Each day they bring something different. So I have the flyer. We can come up with a different theme, and then each day bring something different for your teacher. And then one day we catered a lunch. So we did Italian from tiramisu because it's Italian theme,
Mhm.
but open to thank you, $150 for staff appreciation week as well. So if there's something, and teachers speak up too, what sounds good to you guys? We want to get something that you like. Oh, someone said if it's hot, mini water bottles with personalized label may go over well too. Like the little ones. Yeah. So any thoughts on teacher appreciation? We're missing a couple moms. 3 of the moms were at soccer practice today
Oh.
with my husband that I usually are on too. It's like it was a busy night.
My sister teaches too, so it's like-
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Renita, any requests you think the faculty might have, or?
See, we have Jen and Tina and Alyssa.
Handwritten notes.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
When I was in customer service, I was looking at something for customer service weekend, it was like little plants that had like sayings on them. So
Mhm.
it was like a little planter box,
Oh, I remember that.
but it just, again, it's like. I can't remember what they were saying. It was kind of-
You have to look it up.
Yeah. So last year, what we do, like we send the note home, and Monday like we ask the kids in their class, like Monday, bring your teacher a flower. And so everybody will bring their teacher a flower. And Tuesday, a handwritten note. Wednesday, wear your teacher's favorite color, and we send out, it's, different things like that each week that the students could bring in for the thing. Oh yeah, kids enjoyed bringing flowers last year. That was, yeah, the flowers are always fun.
Treats.
The tree.
Whether it be about, even like, yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, and then one of the days the catered lunch. So any ideas? Any ideas on food?
I was just thinking of something different that I don't even know. Kind of thing, I don't even know who does like a baked potato bar. I've seen people talk about those kind of things. I don't think we've ever done anything like that before, though. I wouldn't know. Okay.
Okay. Do you guys
That's something different.
big potato bar? Anybody?
Yeah. And I can-
May 8th. I was gonna say Cinco de Mayo.
That's exactly where my brain went. when-
I was gonna say Cinco de Mayo, but
What?
It's May
Well, we
8th.
did add a couple of-
did you do? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Taco bar, big potato
I
bar.
like the bar ideas where, cause you could. If you have picky people or, like. you like
Mhm.
onions, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Always like those kind of options.
I don't even know where I was, I just forgot. I've not heard that big potato bar in a long time.
What about big potato and soup?
Oh,
Depends on how warm it is.
Or salad, or, yeah.
Or salad,
Yeah.
And salad, big potato and salad. Then we have to come up with a theme matching the food. You, you, thanks for putting up with our potatoes.
Like something garden, it's a lot of vegetables, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Our hot potatoes.
Mr. Potato Head, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's brain is like, oh, I can't. No marketing happening tonight.
No.
It's been a long. What about the teachers online? Baked potato and salad bar? Thumbs up, thumbs down. We appreciate everything you guys do, and It's not easy. I come and pick up my kids and think, whew,
Bar
bless
none.
you all.
Bar none.
Bar none.
Bar none.
Potato bar.
Oh,
One
yeah.
year at Chaddock, we did like a rock week and we thought, well, I can't do what rockers do for bars, but we did a cereal bar. Like a late
Yeah,
night. and it was like-
Oh,
That's funny.
there's one that you can do is we seriously appreciate you
Yeah.
and have a cereal. but
Seriously.
That might be more on
Appreciate
trend, but
it.
yeah, we went with the like keep calm and rock on and then cereal bar.
All right. Oh, I got a couple thumbs up. Got one thumbs up. Jen said, sure. Sounds good.
I just used to do a little that says dreams baked here.
For baking our children to perfection. Edu-
Going downhill fast.
This is
Bring it back.
All right, let's all think on that. Between salad and bars and baked potato gardens. There we go. Something with gardening. Okay, so that's the two biggest things for the end of the year. Yeah, that's true. There is an end of the year event, and PTL is hoping to support that this year. So as you remember, we did the spaghetti supper instead of the fall festival, and then we skipped winter carnival. So we're hoping to kind of support the end of the year event. Has anything
We
in
meet tomorrow.
plans?
We have faculty meeting tomorrow, so that's one of the things we're gonna
Oh, good.
discuss.
Okay,
What event they want to do for the end of the year.
okay.
So I can-
200, we have $200 budgeted for the end of the year event. So if we could help
Okay,
support food costs or ice cream
okay.
cost or something from PTL. And then we can get some parent volunteers depending on when and what's needed.
Yep.
So,
And
Okay.
we'll get that all ironed out tomorrow at the meeting. They've thrown around a few ideas. But we just need to kind of finalize things.
okay, perfect.
So,
That sounds good. All right. Anything else? Any other questions about the upcoming events, end of the year events? I'm going to turn it over. Kristen, are you in a spot to share? I didn't know if you wanted to talk about the results of the spring fling and the amount that we have for teacher wish list budget stuff. Oh, my computer's on mute. So if anybody was talking this whole time, that might have been a problem. Okay, go ahead. Oh, we can't hear you, Kristen. If you're talking.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
there she is.
Okay. All right. So we brought in a total of $20,270. Our total expenses were $3,406.51. And that's for the venue, decorations, the helping with the class project expenses, mailing, square fees, all that type of stuff. So our total profits for this year's spring fling were $16,863.49.
That's awesome. We beat last year. Last year's revenue was around 18,000 and then the expenses were about the same. So that's, yeah. Thank you, Kristen.
Yep, thanks.
And then teacher wish list, did you want to share? So we budget every year to provide teacher wish list items. And so we had an idea of just issuing checks to teachers for the amount that we budget for them. And then they can use those funds for their classroom if there's any end of the year needs. So Kristen, have you issued any checks or do we know how much per teacher?
I did issue the checks. Full-time teachers got 200, part-time teachers got 150. Apparently in the past, she has issued those always towards the end of the year.
Okay.
The checks that I did issue were budgeted for this school year, 22-23 school year. So I believe I kind of talked to Renee. She was gonna talk to the staff at the meeting tomorrow. If you guys prefer to get those kind of in the summer, I can issue next year's checks, say at, the beginning of August or middle of July or whatever is best. But you guys can go ahead and spend those because that was in this school year's budget. So if you want them over the summer for next year, I can go ahead and issue more checks that would be in next year's budget.
Perfect. Yep. I think because our budget starts over, well, like July 1, right? So thank you so much, Kristen. A huge thank you to, I know kind of coming up on our last meetings, huge thanks to Kristen. She has done a phenomenal job tracking the budget down to the penny and organizing everything. And it's just, been easy. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
It went on mute.
We do still have about $55 available for the science closet.
Okay.
And then I wasn't sure, we have a budget, it just says awards for kids. And that's $450. I wasn't exactly sure what that entailed. So those are pretty much the only things left in our budget for the year besides dogwood and end of the year.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
The 450, we may just be writing the school a check because you've purchased.
Yeah, we may just have it roll over because we still
Okay.
got a lot of things that we use, because I think that's typically for like AR awards and like
All the
ribbons and
The
so we got
ribbons.
plenty of those right now.
and then the
so-
gift cards. I know sometimes you give out TCBY
Oh, those
gift
I have,
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anything like that that
Okay.
we can reimburse the school. Okay. Awesome. So for kind of looking forward to our next meeting. So our next meeting is in May. It'll be right before Dogwood. So we'll check in to see if there's any last minute Dogwood things. And then we will also, two big things. So the last meeting, the board will be getting together and we set the new budget for the year based on our revenue and expenses. And then we'll present that in May for everybody to vote and approve at the May meeting. And I'm guessing it'll be pretty similar to last year, except if we know anything about teacher aides. We can write that in. That's the only thing, but we can always add that in after the fact if we don't know. So we'll bring a, tentative budget to the May meeting, May 2nd. And then also if anybody's interested in serving on the PTL board. So I will be stepping down as president. I've done it for the past 2 years. I was thinking there was a limit for rotation. I don't know if there's a limit or not, but
I think it's a 2-year.
2-year limit.
Can be voted back in.
Okay. I plan on taking a break. But of course still plan to be, heavily involved and can support anybody. So if you're interested in president, and then I won't speak for Cassie or Michelle or Kristen as far as if they plan to continue in their roles. We'll be deciding that and then open up nominations if any of those roles are open as well. So, for sure presidency is. Thank you. Tina said, you've done an amazing job, Jenna. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate it.
Soaking it all.
It's been a lot of fun. And I almost said it's funny because the first year taking it over from someone else was a little bit stressful. And then that person who was great, but is no longer at the school. So we weren't as, in touch. And so kind of tried to make it our own, as a new board, and we have our Google Drive and all of our documents and everything organized, and so it's kind of hard, like I just got it exactly where I wanted it. You know what I mean? We have everything so set in place and organized in the agenda and stuff. But yes, my kids are in a zillion activities and and other various things going on. So I thought I did 2 years. I'm happy to volunteer and support, but let someone else take the reins. So
Well, thank you for 2 years.
yeah,
You've been an
you're welcome.
exceptional leader and you
Oh,
really
thank
have
you.
kept this very organized
you.
and moving us forward.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you.
I've had two great, well, I was gonna say 2 great years of Michelle's been with us forever, so she's like the seasoned, knows everything
No.
support. And
Sounds like
yes, yes. And then Cassie came on, this is her first year as vice, and it's a huge learning curve, I think, coming on. And I had Julie Dietrich last year who was phenomenal, and it was kind of, felt like we were cheating because we worked together. So then we would meet at work and do PTL stuff. Don't tell my boss. But so yeah, this is how, this is so, all the technology piece. So no, it's been fun. I love it. I hope, we've set it up to make a transition. Whoever follows in our footsteps will just be able to dive right in and go. And of course, Renee is a huge support and all the teachers as well. So hopefully we have it fine tuned and look forward to lots of events. And I only had one request outgoing, is that we still do another spaghetti dinner because I loved it. I love doing the spaghetti dinner. It was crazy, but but it was a lot of fun. So
It brought so many people.
It was.
So
It was
many
a great
people.
event.
It was a great,
No,
the weather was
To
good,
prepare more.
everything
Yes.
just was, it was like, perfect.
yeah.
will Josh still be willing to run to Ivy?
Yes, yes.
In the 11th
We
hour?
will, him and I will be in the kitchen if it's voted
noodles.
approved to do the pick up noodles.
It's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you all. Thank you all for all your support and great. It's been a great team. And I honestly think that we've had record attendance this year at meetings. I think Zoom helps. Lots of new parents that are excited and involved. So it's been awesome. But so yeah, think about it. If you're wanting to serve in any capacity on the board, let us know. And we'll go from there. So budget and PTL board voting next meeting, May 2nd. So anyway, any other questions? Anything online? Nope. All right. That's it. We'll be sending out some information. So check your Fast Direct and bring in some candy or save all your Easter candy. Maybe no.
There you go.
And there is an Easter egg hunt this Saturday.
Oh yeah, Easter egg hunt this Saturday at St. James, right? Yes.
I'm scared of how many people are gonna be there.
Thank you all.
Free dress
Do you
day
have
Thursday.
enough?
Oh, free dress day Thursday, by the way.
I mean, we've got quite a bit. I got 6th and 5th and 6th grade girls. I've asked to help volunteer to stay with me tomorrow after to fill bags.
We're doing a Walmart
So-
run, so I can grab some.
Okay. I can let you know. We've got quite a bit. You just don't know how much to plan
Until you
for.
start stuffing, you don't really.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it a little differently. Vicar and I, yeah, thank you.